Hello and welcome to Sangoma Society, where we demystify the ancestral. My name is Uhani Wagamakwaku, Makhosi Nomabutho emsamo, and this is Sangoma Society, where we demystify the ancestral. Today I want to talk about something that has been on my spirit through the recent transits that I've been witnessing in life, and specifically I feel like a chapter that we all come to at some point or another in our lives. Today I want to talk about gratitude, the power and purpose of gratitude in our ancestral journey, with our relationship with our ancestors, and especially the power of gratitude when it comes to our relationships with ourselves, in relation to us self-actualizing, us becoming who we were called to be, and how we can learn through the seasons of plenty just as much as we learn through the seasons of hardship and difficulty. I think there's a culture generally that we have as abantu where we're so comfortable with suffering, we're so comfortable with struggling. We know how to navigate struggle, we know how to navigate difficulty. We know that when we're in a season that is more difficult than other seasons, that we tap into these narratives of strength and narratives of resilience. But when it comes time that our blessings are coming in, we change the story. We don't shout about our blessings as loudly as we do about our suffering. When we're going through hard times, we don't mind being seen by people. We are out here with the motivational quotes. People know that we're in the trenches. But when it's good times, we have a culture of looking down on celebrating the good when it comes. We trivialize celebration. We trivialize the need for acknowledging our accomplishments. And sometimes we look down on those who do celebrate themselves as being abantu abazitshelayo. We look down on people who celebrate the seasons of plenty as being superficial. We have narratives about people presenting false facades for, the appeasement of societal standards, not being authentic when they embrace and celebrate what is good in their lives. It's a culture that I have just seen amongst us as a people, and when things are gritty and hard, we associate that with some level of authenticity. But there's a thing in our relationship with our ancestors where we have ceremonies of thanksgiving, imisebenzi yokubonga, where we have the power of expanding our bounty by showing gratitude to those who brought us into our season of plenty. And that can be people who have been, family members, friends, your ancestors themselves, and healers and teachers, and yourself. These things are important in your relationship with your ancestors and in your relationship with yourself. And I'll tell you why. In the context of the ancestors, the power of ukubonga is in that you commune with your ancestors and you let them know that the gifts that they promised you have been received. And that now you're saying, now that we're here, now that we've arrived at this point, we've obtained, say, this degree. It's in the hands now. It's a sandlini manje. Now you can open up the next chapter, that this thing that you've given me today is supposed to be the key to unlock. And then when you're looking at your relationship with yourself, you know, when you do any work that is in the space of radical affirmation or becoming and accessing the higher versions of yourself, often your higher self has a certain, level of being and moving through the world and comfort that your present self may not yet have obtained. So when you celebrate an achievement for yourself and with yourself, you give yourself an opportunity to integrate with a higher iteration of yourself. So you allow yourself to become that version of yourself through celebrating having arrived at a certain point, showing yourself gratitude through celebrating yourself. Now, just as much as imisebenzi yokubonga might vary between different cultures and different families, so do the ways in which we show ourselves gratitude. So what may look like showing gratitude to me may look like a very different thing for the next person. We just have to give ourselves the opportunity to discover what it is that makes us feel loved and do those things for ourselves. And there is power in that. There is power in that because when we deepen our relationships with ourselves, we create the foundation on which we will now begin to interact with our ancestors. And the healthier the relationship we have with ourselves, the healthier the relationship that we can have with our ancestors. I hope that what I've spoken about today has given you a moment to consider incorporating rituals of gratitude into your life. It doesn't all have to be a big celebration. It doesn't have to be umsebenzi. And it doesn't have to be just for the big things. A powerful practice is getting into that weekly or daily gratitude journaling, where you sit down for any amount of time and just write down and articulate what it is that you're grateful for, whether it is on a daily or weekly basis, but bring that spirit of gratitude into your life and see the shift that it brings to you. My name is Makhosi Nomabutho, and this is Sangoma Society, where we demystify the ancestry. If you've got any questions about what we discussed today, please fear not. Pop them in the comment section below and I'll definitely try to make time to answer them. You can find us on all social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, as well as Twitter. And if you're looking for more information around self-actualization and deepening your relationship with your ancestors, you can find that at www.sangomasociety.com. Until next time, Bukhari.